Do you want to know what you can buy for $600,000 to $700,000 in Churchill in Richmond, Virginia? Then this video is for you. What's up, guys? I am Jared Davis and this is Galen Parker. We run the Davis Group with eXp Realty. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe our videos. Comment below on what you'd like to see us feature. If you're looking to move to the Richmond area, if you're buying or selling, please contact us at any of the information in the video. We are actually standing right this second at 25th M and Jefferson, which is a hot spot right around Churchill, Union Hill area. You'll see right behind us, there's Sub Rosa Bakery. We're drinking coffee from there right now. You have the Roosevelt, which is right over here. This is a hot spot in Churchill. If we pivot, Galen, you'll see there's a brand new multi-family building that just went up. This has a lot of different things going in it. They've got a North End juice bar, a yoga studio. I believe Slurp Ramen is either coming to this building or one of the adjacent buildings. Emerald Lounge, it's gonna be a cocktail lounge that's coming from the owners of Jasper, which is one of the best cocktail bars here in Richmond. And then as you go further down, you've got Union Market, you got Alamo Barbecue, a lot of good stuff on this street. So if you're looking in Churchill, this is one of the areas you're going to want to check out and look at, especially if you want walkability. Galen, what are we going to look at today?
I'm still distracted by the fact that there's a new cocktail bar coming from Jasper. So if we're going to focus on Churchill, we wanted to show you guys homes between 600 and 700,000. So what you're going to come to expect, especially in this area, are the houses are going to originally be very old. I think the oldest house that we have was originally built in 1849. So that's going to be a lot of history. But what does that look like on the inside? We'll show you in a second. But you can imagine pristine renovations to bring it to 2022 standards. So you're going to see lots of brand new kitchens, hardware. You're going to see lots of hardwood floors that some of them have been reconditioned from the beginning and some have been replaced. So this is going to be a really exciting one that's going to give you a beautiful picture of what you can see here in Churchill.
There you go. So 3 houses. We'll take a look. Again, you can get into Churchill for cheaper. You can also spend more, but this is a good range where you're going to get a good size house. So we're going to check out 3 between 600,000 and 700,000. Let's go. Standing at house number 1. We are on 30th Street. You're almost walking distance from where we started the video. You're less than a 2-minute drive. You are literally about a block off from Chimborazo Elementary School, and about 2 blocks that way you have Chimborazo Park. You also have Libby Hill Park very close by. Galen, tell them a little bit about the house that we're standing at.
So as you can see in the background, for our house today at 122 years old, this is the baby, built in 1900. So it's a little bit smaller than the other ones at 1,600 square feet. So how does that translate for a house that's listed at $625,000? Well, it's about $389 per square footage. So that's the biggest of all the ones we're going to see today. When you go inside, and we'll look at some of these pictures, immaculate renovation. So new, basically everything. When you look at that kitchen, the bathroom, the floors, windows, all of the treats and trimmings. Now, will it go for $625,000? Well, that's for you to decide if you buy it. It's been on the market for only 13 days, and that is not much. I mean, yes, hyperinflated market of the past year or so, that would be a lifetime, but in realistic terms, it's not been on the market for that long. You can see when you look, as you can probably tell, there's a lot of on-street parking in this area. Yes, you might find some houses that have maybe garages, but not a lot, or maybe even parking in the back. A lot of these, if you can see, there's a car parked right in the back alley. So they're gonna have alley access. There's gonna be spots in the back. But when you look at the MLS, by definition here, it says only on-street parking. So if that's something that's really important to you, just keep that in mind. What's really cool, you can see there's what we call here, these are sidewalks, which you don't really see. When we looked at the videos of us being in Windham and Chesterfield County, they didn't really have a lot of that, and mostly it's because you're in the city.
Yes, you've got a lot of these old brick sidewalks, cobblestones coming through this area. Like Galen said, everything you're gonna see in this house is renovated. Sans, a lot of times, those hardwoods, right? A lot of people want the original hardwoods, so you're gonna see those downstairs in this house and upstairs. You're gonna see that in most of the houses here. People can salvage those hardwoods, they will, but then they've gone ahead and upgraded everything else. Again, I mentioned Chimborazo Elementary. This is Armstrong for high schools, and everything we look at today, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Armstrong High School. So some of the other videos, if you watch them, Midlothian, Chesterfield, Glen Allen, that's gonna be more of the suburbs. Now we're kind of into an actual city area where you're gonna have that walkability to restaurants, to your school, to the park. So that is everything for house number one.
We'll give them like a little bit of a pivot just to see what the neighborhood kind of looks like. Super quiet here. We always like to try to give you an idea of proximity to the city. Chesterfield, we're at 20 minutes, other places 25. Here, what do you think, Jared, like 5 minutes?
Well, technically you're in the city with Churchill, but if you're trying to get to downtown Chaco Bottom, this is Broad Street right here. I mean, the next stop sign is Broad, which is the main thoroughfare that kind of comes up Churchill out of the bottom. So if you take the right here, where we said we're on 30th, as soon as you head down, 8 blocks really, because once you hit 17th, 18th, you're already in Chaco Bottom. So you can be in the bottom in literally 2 minutes.
All right, guys, let's go to the second house. All right, guys, we're here at our second house in Churchill. This one is going to be super unique when we think about what we've been looking at. It's at 2,300 square feet, so obviously it's much larger than the other house, but at $280 per square foot, it's much lower per square footage. And Jared's gonna talk a little bit about why that is. But when we look at some of the pictures, you're gonna see this is an immaculate renovation. Lots of things, looking at that kitchen. If you guys can pivot there, we'll look at the picture of the kitchen. Bathrooms, look at the bedrooms, look at the color scheme, tastefully designed. A lot for this price range is kind of what you're going to expect for this area.
Yes, you think you're spending $25,000 more than the last house we looked at, but you're getting 700 extra square feet. Part of the reason is because there's a basement on this property. Basement square footage is always going to sell for less than above grade square footage. So if you don't mind having the basement or you like having a basement, you're actually getting a lot more square footage for only $25,000 more. Now, some of the stuff like the primary bathroom in this house, you'll see it's got that older claw tooth tub. So you are mixing a little bit of the old in with the new tile. You still get your original hardwoods. This one's neat because it is fully fenced in. We'll let that truck pass. We are in the city, so it's a little loud. Obviously, we're speaking up on this one. So when you look at the backyard, this one's fully fenced in. You're able to actually park in the back and have it fully enclosed privately. That's a nice perk. You still get your street parking, but you have that privacy. Nice paved patio, nice metal roof, right? So you're gonna have a lot of cool upgrades in this house for the price. Now, the last one we're gonna look at does not have a basement, I believe. We're gonna go up in price range again. So we started at $625. We're at $650 on this one. This one's already pending under contract. The next one, I believe, is $675. And so you'll see, again, price per square foot changes a little because you get rid of that basement. But we're gonna take a look at that one next. Alright guys, we are standing at our last house. We are actually on Broad Street now, right between the 26th and 27th, or 27th and 28th block. This is our largest house today. It's starting to rain, so we're gonna wrap this up quickly. 2,700 plus square feet. So we started at 1,600 at 625. This at 675, 50,000 square foot more, is over 1,000 square feet bigger. Now, it's still fairly renovated. You've got some updated paint, you've got some updated bathrooms. You'll notice in the pictures, one of the bathrooms only has a tub. It doesn't have a full shower. It is fully fenced in the back, but doesn't have that private parking, maybe not as nice of a patio. But overall, very move-in ready. Nice finishings right on Broad, which again is the main thoroughfare that goes back into the city. This is kind of, as Churchill turned over, Broad was one of the first areas as it starts pushing out. So really a highly sought after area in Churchill. So again, if you're going for size at 675, this is one of the largest houses that we looked at today by far. Galen?
So guys, as we've been talking about, we're looking at some historic houses in Churchill. If you want more information about Churchill in general, feel free to look at some of our other videos. We do a really extensive breakdown of restaurants, locations, attractions, schools, price points of Churchill. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We've got a new email address you'll see in the notes. It's Galen and Jared at Central VA Realty. We also have the Calendly link, so if you want to schedule a quick meeting, you have some questions, you want to know about what the process is for buying or even selling in Richmond, we're the realtors to talk to. Again, this is just a little bit of information about what you can expect to pay for this price point here in Churchill.
We appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe. We would love to help you with your move in or out of Richmond. I'm Jared. This is Galen. We thank you for watching. Do you know? Come on, stop laughing.
All right, good.